After just 27 days in office, the Trump administration, which promised change, has delivered chaos. This morning, there are more serious questions about its connections to Russia. Intelligence sources tell the New York Times that some Trump campaign officials and other associates had repeated contact with Russian intelligence before the election.
Sources tell CBS News that the FBI has questioned people close to the president, including General Michael Flynn, who resigned as National Security Advisor, as you know, Monday night. Former Trump campaign manager Paul Manafort and former campaign advisor Carter Page also reportedly talked to Russian officials last year. Manafort called it absurd, telling the New York Times, quote, "I have never knowingly spoken to Russian intelligence officers." Jeff Pegues is in Washington. He's tracking this unfolding and ever-changing story. Jeff, good morning.
Good morning. The pressure is growing on former and current Trump campaign and administration officials. The FBI and U.S. intelligence agencies are digging into whether Trump associates were coordinating with the Russian officials during the 2016 campaign, just as the Russians were carrying out a wave of cyber attacks. According to U.S. officials, the hacks were intended to meddle in the election. CBS News has learned that intercepted electronic communications between Russian officials and Trump associates are providing new information for investigators, but so far, there is no evidence of coordination. For several months now, U.S. government officials have been insisting to CBS News that there was frequent contact between the Russian officials and Trump associates during the campaign. One source with knowledge of the development says, quote, "I think it's worse than what we know." FBI agents have interviewed the now former National Security Advisor Michael Flynn in connection with the investigation. He was questioned within the first few days of the Trump administration about whether, as a private citizen, he discussed U.S. sanctions with Russian Ambassador Sergei Kislyak, just as the Obama White House was levying sanctions. If true, Flynn may have broken the law, and if Flynn lied to the FBI, he could face charges under a 200-year-old law that bans private citizens from negotiating with foreign governments. But that charge has never been used to prosecute someone. Anthony?
Jeff Pegues, thanks, Jeff.